Welcome friends to the third video, and this is where we will start discussing about the tools and techniques. So the first tool that we are going to talk about is really very simple, and essentially when we solve problems, what we have learned is to ask why 5 times, right? So that's called the 5 why technique, which is part of all quality tools and techniques like Six Sigma and other Japanese quality techniques. But there is something inherently weak in this technique, and that is because of the right brain. So our right brain is very intuitive. It always chooses the path of least resistance. And therefore, when we start asking 5 why, the answers that we get are mostly rudimentary, straight away answers to why. This technique basically uses the creative potential of the right brain by activating it by asking, so what? So this tool is very simple. It basically says that before you apply a 5 why technique, ask 5 why. So let's understand this through an example. Many years ago, Gillette used to have a single razor blade, right? So if you just remember your old grandparents who used to use a shave, they were all single blade razors. And if Gillette was to use the 5 why technique, the exploration that they would do will be around how to improve the quality of the blade. And they would look at the material of the blade, they would look at the manufacturing process of the of the blade, and so on. But they did something else. They asked, so what? And the question then was, how can we improve the experience so that the hairs just comes out after a longer duration, right? So after some time it comes out rather than very quickly, which was the issue with the single blade. And what they developed was completely different. The Mach 3 blades or the Mach 5 blades are something that came out of the result of the technique of result of the application of so what technique. Let's see this video.
Multiple blades, when precisely engineered, are better. In this case, better means closer and a more comfortable shave. Understanding why requires 2 crucial insights into facial hair. It's as tough as copper wire and sits within skin that is as soft and mobile as gel, so it moves while you shave. A single blade will simply cut what is there, but multiple blades can go so much further.
The first blade starts the job. It cuts the hair and in the process gently lifts it from the skin. Before the hair has time to fully withdraw, the next blade comes along and cuts it further down. This process is called hysteresis and was discovered in the late 1960s when Gillette was developing its first multi-blade razor.
Each blade repeats the process. Our 3 blades cutting close, our 5 blades cutting closer.
Once the razor has passed, skin and hair relax and the hair retracts beneath the surface.
As the hair is cut shorter, each blade is positioned fractionally closer to the skin. It's a tiny distance, but it's critical in creating a comfortable shave with a smooth finish. The technical term for this cartridge design is progressive geometry, but this.
Now let's look at another example. For example, you are in charge of a building where the lift is slow and people have told you that the lift is slow. So now if you apply the regular 5 why process to this, you would end up probably replacing the motor or doing some jugglery in the circuit or something else. But if you ask, so what? You would see the answer is, how can basically the question then will become that people are uncomfortable while waiting, right? And the solution would be towards finding a solution so that you can reduce the uncomfortableness that people experience while they are waiting for the slow lift. And the answers could be very simple. The answers could be very simple. And it could be very simple, like installing a mirror in front of the lift so that people just get engaged with that mirror, or probably put a hand sanitizer, or probably engage people by putting a newspaper headings, right? And people will get engaged, and they will just not remember the boredom of waiting for the lift. So these tools and techniques are relatively very simple, but that does not mean that this is not effective. They are really the most effective things when applied to problem solving. Thank you. Remember to please subscribe to our channel, and please subscribe so that you receive the next video. Thank you.